earth's wrath flows through my fist. Unstoppable and swift. Shockwave! It's over!
That's so fucking cool! One of the strongest and arguably best jobs to aim for in Final Fantasy Tactics is the Monk. And with the Monk, you can actually one-shot almost everything in the game all the way into the end game. We can also combine other jobs with this to make it even more broken. Looking at you, Ninja. And I'm going to show you guys how to get it all early as well as soon as you start the game. But keep in mind, it's going to take about a 2-hour grind, maybe less if you are efficient and not stupid like me, and accidentally kill enemies before you're done. Fair warning, this absolutely will trivialize a lot of the game, and I only recommend going for this if you want to have a super overpowered character, and if you find being overpowered fun, which most of us RPG fans absolutely do, especially when there's a grind for it, so remember to do this at your own risk, or at least crank the difficulty to max with this. Specifically, I like to make Ramza the Monk. Monks not only deal crazy damage and have awesome range and a straight line AoE, they can actually heal themselves and nearby teammates while also reviving teammates. So not only is it a powerful strength-wise job, it's very valuable in a lot of ways. We got tactics content rolling, so if you missed our tips video, feel free to check it out down below. But make sure you guys stay tuned because we are currently making a Final Fantasy Tactics Platinum movie video. If you haven't seen our Final Fantasy VII Remake one, we actually have it uploaded right here on the channel, and also a Metal Gear Solid Delta one that you don't want to miss out on. Plenty more high-effort content coming for you guys on this channel. We can start grinding for the Monk almost immediately. Right after Argath joins the party as a guest character, I recommend grinding for it in the Mandalia Plains. The best way we're going to be grinding is to make sure on the Squire class for Ramza or whoever else it is that you want to get this, we have the JP boost, movement +1, tailwind, focus, and throw stone. These are essential for every class and character, but only tailwind is exclusive to Ramza. So this might take 2 fights of grinding to unlock all of it if you're efficient. If you have the Deluxe Edition ring, make sure you guys equip it so this way you get more JP faster. You can do your favorite farming method, whichever one you like. If you want to make the enemy a toad and trap them in a circle, I like to trap the enemy in a circle and have my teammates take turns hitting it, using focus, throwing stones at each other, maybe have a knight rend its speed or rend its power so they don't hit back hard, and also healing the enemy and repeating this as many times until you have all the JP you need. By the way, you can actually check your JP by looking at the bottom left of the screen to see the total, or you can click triangle on the character that you're playing as or the status button and access the menu to see how much JP you have, and you can also cycle through the job skills to see what exactly you need. After we get all the skills and levels that we need from Squire, we're now going to level up the Knight class. When you equip the Knight, make sure your secondary class is metal. This way, you can still get Squire buffs like Tailwind, Focus, Throw Stones, and more to gain JP and level up the Knight. Even though you're not using the Knight abilities, but that's the fun thing with this game. You just need to have the job equipped, and whatever action it is that you do, you actually gain XP and points towards that job that you have equipped. Now, once you get to level 3 with the Knight, unlock whichever skills you want for it. I think Parry has really good value for later, and congrats, you've actually unlocked the Monk already. But we're not done there yet. We actually have plenty more to make it broken. Equip the Monk, and now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to build up JP until the Monk reaches level 4, but also try to get a total of 1,750 JP points exactly for the Monk. The skills that we're going to need are Shockwave, which is a straight line AoE, Chakra, which is your team's heal, Revive, and Aura Blast. Those 4 skills, if you can secure them from now, you're pretty good. And now we've actually unlocked the Geomancer class. Equip the Geomancer, and now we only need to get this class to level 2. No skills are really important here unless you really want to go for specific stuff. Attack Boost is a really strong ability to get, but we're going to be using something else for this build. You can pretty much stop once you get to level 2. And we're about halfway there. Now we need to equip the Archer class, and we need it to get to level 4 to unlock 2 different jobs. Archer's skills actually don't matter too much, so feel free to get whatever it is you want with the JP you get from this. We only need to get the Archer to level 4, and once that's done, we've actually unlocked Thief. Now Thief, we're going to work on first. We need to get the Thief to level 5, and there's also some valuable skills that we need to secure from the Thief that'll help you out in the long run, like movement +2, steel weapon, and steel armor. This way you can steal unique equipment that's missable equipment that's only unique to certain encounters from bosses and enemies later. But for these, you're going to need at least 1,710 JP. That's 1,710 JP. You can get the movement +2 if that's the only one that you want, but I recommend at least getting steel weapon 2 while you're at it, so you don't have to worry about coming back for it. And now we need to grind again to get those levels up and farm JP. At level 5, and we finally have Ninja. Ninja is the home stretch. We need to get 1,000 JP for Ninja so we can unlock the godlike dual wield support ability. This ability by itself is already amazing, defaultly on the Ninja, but with the Monk, since we are unarmed, we technically already have and are dual wielding. But this will now allow us to attack twice with melee with the Monk, dealing double hits, double damage, and making Ramza, whoever it is you choose, an absolute nuke and a problem for the enemies, literally clearing the board at will. Now, the only other thing I recommend you doing from here is once you get to Chapter 2, Ramza unlocks a unique ability for him and him only in the Squire job class. Steel, S-T-E-E-L. When using this in battle, it actually raises your bravery state temporarily by 5 every time that you use it. But it permanently increases your bravery by 1 every time you use it. And I believe you can raise it a max of like 6 times in battle, or maybe more. In this clip, for example, I'm at 70 bravery with Ramza, and I used steel about 5 or 6 times, and somehow after the battle, even though I hit 100 cap in the match, I actually ended up at 77 bravery total. Remember, we started at 70 and we got 7 off of that, and we're at 77 bravery. So you can do it multiple times, but raising your bravery to 97 or higher, at 100 or 99 with Ramza, whatever it is you need to do, enhance this. It makes your damage go even higher. Bravery increases the damage you deal with fists, katanas, and knight swords. And not only that, it's also going to make your reaction abilities, whatever reaction ability you have equipped, activate more often. So if that's auto potion will activate more often, because think of it like a percentage. If you have 77 bravery, that means 77% of the time when you get hit, you're going to activate your reaction ability. So the higher this is, it's always going to be better. Building this up will blow up every enemy in the game, and congrats guys, you've actually broken the game in the very first chapter, and it only took about 2 hours. If you didn't have to backtrack at least, or miss any JP spells, or accidentally killed enemies. This is absolutely overkill, but it's a lot of fun, and the majority of the reason why I love RPGs, and this game feeds that addiction. Like, I can't explain it, but the progression system in this game is so satisfying to me. But also, one good thing about getting Ramza or a dual fisting Monk this early, you can actually use them as an anchor while you build up other jobs and experiment with other classes. I usually have them on hand just in case things go wrong and I need a Monk to bail us out, because remember, they can also heal, they can also revive. So if your chemist is down and people are just down overall, you can revive with Ramza and still put out some great damage. Monks have always been my favorite job in all of Final Fantasy. I mean, Tifa Lockhart's my favorite character, and they have some of the most iconic and silly moves that they can do. Up next, I want to tackle more jobs and combinations that I haven't messed around with yet, like the Arithmetics class. I hear it's a pretty fun and crazy combo tool as a secondary class once you get enough JP, and you can pretty much wipe the entire field. There's also some shields from other jobs that you can apply to your team, so this way you don't take any damage from the Arithmetics magic. And I love this because it's all about leveling up jobs, using their reaction or support abilities, and combining them with other jobs to further boost or level them up, or make them ridiculously overpowered. I also will have to have a Cloud Stripe video as soon as we secure our boy. You guys already know. I'm loving what I'm seeing so far in regards to his kit being slightly better thanks to a new enhanced weapon that he can get. Major shout outs to Dengo on YouTube, who listed this a few days ago. He has a video on how to get Cloud and also how to find the Materia Blade Plus and one of his builds that he's running with it. Now I want you guys to comment down below, what's your favorite job class in Tactics? It doesn't have to be a strong or overpowered job class, but like, what's your favorite looking class in regards to like the sprite outfits or like character models, favorite move set? And if you could buff certain ones, what kind of buff would you give them and why? Sound off in the comments below. Let's get a discussion going. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy Tactics videos are on the way. You don't want to miss them. My name is BltzZ, and thanks for watching.